Hey everyone, happy Monday. Welcome to a new week. May it be empowered, mindful, filled with joy and love, and may you co-create with the universe a week that you love. So I wanted to talk to you today about loneliness and one of the benefits that I have come to discover within my loneliness. As I'm traveling the world and embarking on this journey, there's been a lot of really lonely moments, especially during the recent holiday and the holidays to come. As many of you know, I lost both my parents when I was a young girl, and so around the holiday time has always been a bit of an emotional time for me. And I've done my best to always focus on the good memories and honor my parents and really surround myself with my family in Miami and my friends all over the world and just really belong and feel a part of something. But the void that I have from my parents really can't be filled. And so that loneliness, that lonely feeling I have from not having them around is strong and it's there. I used to avoid my loneliness. I used to run from it. I used to suppress it. And when I would do that, I would cover it up with other things. Imbalanced relationships, alcohol, drugs, I should say again, really poor relationships. And I would do anything I could to just not feel that loneliness. Once I became friends with my loneliness, something really magical happened. I discovered more about myself. So this week, one of the benefits I find from being alone or loneliness is the invitation within. Anytime I feel lonely, anytime I feel alone, I invite myself to connect within me and find out what I need, find out what's going on, and discover and explore. So let me tell you a recent example. A few days ago, I had a lovely, lovely Thanksgiving with my Bali community, and the next day I woke up a little bit low. I was feeling a little lonely and feeling really, really, really far from home, and I just thought to myself, well, you could sit here and be sad and be alone, or you can go and discover something about yourself. So here's where the story gets interesting. If you know me, you know I am terrified of karaoke. Literally, I go to a karaoke bar, I break out in a sweat, I get really anxious, it gets awkward. I've made friends leave karaoke bars with me. I'm terrified of singing. But I have a great desire to sing. I have like a little Aretha Franklin in me dying to come out. And she's always there, and I always want to explore her and ignite her, and I've always wanted to sing. So I found out about this divine choir here in Bali where you can go and take a singing lesson with a bunch of other people and sing beautiful mantras and hymns and chants and prayers from all over the world in different cultures. And a friend of mine was going, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to go. I'm going to go and see what happens. So I went to the divine choir practice, and I loved it. I loved every minute of it. And I can sing. I can sing really, really well. And, you know, there was one moment where I caught a note, and I really landed this note. Now, I don't know the difference between soprano, alto, and tenor, and a 1-2 beat, and a 4-5-6 count. Like, they were saying all these things that I didn't get. But what I got was that I got connected with my breath, and I let a little Aretha Franklin out, and I caught a note that was so beautiful and liberating. The teacher looked at me, and she said, hit the note, and then move it forward. And that really felt so powerful to me, what she said, because it was like, you hit something, now you have to bring it forward. And that's with our gifts and our talents and our desires and our goals. When something makes you feel liberated and elated out of the loneliness, hit that note and then move it forward. So I have a private singing lesson tomorrow, and I don't think I'm going to do anything with it other than just enjoy singing. And I've caught myself in moments where I've been alone just singing around my apartment. And it's been really, really, really comforting and beautiful. And all of a sudden I'm not lonely. And I would never have discovered that if I hadn't felt lonely. So there's a benefit in aloneness. There's a benefit in feeling lonely. There's a benefit in loneliness. And the benefit is to invite you in to connect to who you really are and to answer the call of what you need and explore and discover more about your great being. You know, we have this heart that we feel, that I know I have felt in the past when I felt really lonely, that my heart is filled with all these empty rooms, but I don't think they're empty anymore. I think that they just need a little dusting, and in that room is really great wisdom and really great stories and narratives dying to be created. So I'm going to get into every single room I can in my heart and continue to explore and continue to create. And my wish for you is the same. So I hope you have a fabulous week. And if you ever feel lonely or alone or loneliness, connect in. Get to know you. Support you. Nurture you. Love you. It's always the invitation. It's always there for you. I'm sending you loads and loads and loads of love from Bali. And I'll see you this week in the squad. Bye, everyone. Have a great week.